In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum dear educarians. Welcome in math class. I hope all of you are fine and must have understood the previous lesson number 2 of unit 2 arithmetic operations. Now today we are going to start lesson number 3 of unit 2 arithmetic operations. Material required for this lesson: lead pencil, eraser, ruler, math textbook and math notebook. I hope you have prepared all these things and ready for lesson. Before starting today's lesson, let's have a recap of previous lesson. In previous lesson, we have discussed about addition. We have solved exercise number 3, page number 26, word problems A till E on mathematics notebook. I hope you must have understood the previous lesson. Learning objectives of today's lesson are: after today's lesson, you will be able to define subtraction. You will be able to know how to subtract numbers. You will be able to solve basic subtraction problems. So let's start today's lesson. Today our discussion topic is Unit 2 Arithmetic Operations Subtraction, page number 27. So let's get started. Now open your math book, subtraction, page number 27. Write day, date and today's task. Subtraction, the process of taking one number or amount away from another. Start subtracting from the units column and then tens column and so on. For example, if we have 3 apples and we remove one apple, 2 apples are left. This process is called subtraction. Let's understand subtraction with an example. Subtract 183 from 372. First we arrange this number vertically and start subtraction from units column. 2 minus 3. The top value of unit column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from tens value. So the top value of unit column become 12 and the 10 value becomes 6. So 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. Next, 6 minus 8. So the top value of tens column smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from hundreds column. So the top value of tens column becomes 16 and the hundreds column value becomes 2. So 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. Next, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So I hope you must have understood this example. Now open your math notebook. First write index. In serial number box write 3. Next write date. And next write topic. Today our topic is exercise number 4, page number 27. On next page, first draw margin line, write day, date and today's task. Next, write topic, exercise number 4, page number 27. Subtract the following numbers. Next, A part, we have numbers 4782 minus 329. First, we arrange this number vertically and start subtraction from units column. 2 minus 9. The top value of units column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from tens value. So the top value of unit column become 12 and the tens value becomes 7. 12 minus 9 is equal to 3. Next, 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. Next, 100 value 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Next, 4. Next, B part, we have numbers 3562 minus 681. First, we arrange these numbers vertically and start addition from units column. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Next, 6 minus 8. So the top value of tens column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from hundreds column. So the top value of tens column becomes 16 and hundred column value become 4. So 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. Next, 4 minus 6. So the top value of 100 column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from 1000 column. So the 100 column value become 14 and the 1000 column value become 2. So 14 minus 6 is equal to 8. Next, 1000 value 2. On next page, first draw margin line and write today's task. Next C part, we have numbers 4273 minus 3162. First, we arrange these numbers vertically and start subtraction from units column. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Next, 7 minus 6 is equal to 1. Next, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Next, 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Next D part, we have numbers 9236 minus 329. First, we arrange these numbers vertically and start subtraction from units column. 6 minus 9. So the top value of units column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from tens value. So the top value of units column becomes 16 and the tens value becomes 2. 16 minus 9 is equal to 7. Next, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Next, 2 minus 3. So the top value of hundreds column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from 1000 column. So the value of hundreds column become 12 and the 1000 value become 8. 12 minus 3 is equal to 9. Next, 8. On the next page, first draw margin line and write today's task. Next E part, we have numbers 6432 minus 4575. First we arrange these numbers vertically and start subtraction from units column. 2 minus 5. So the top value of unit column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from tens value. So the unit value become 12 and the tens value become 2. 12 minus 5 is equal to 7. Next, 2 minus 7. So the top value of tens column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from hundreds column. So tens value become 12 and 100 value become 3. 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. Next, 3 minus 5. So the top value of 100 column is smaller than the lower value. So we borrow 10 from 1000 column. So the top value of 100 column become 13 and 1000 value become 5. 13 minus 5 is equal to 9. Next, 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Next F part, we have numbers 8,391 minus 7,291. First, we arrange each number vertically and start subtraction from units. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Next, 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. Next, 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Next, 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. I hope you must have understood today's lesson. Let's summarize it once again. In today's lesson, we have discussed about subtraction, page number 27, and we have solved exercise number 4, part A till F on mathematics notebook. I hope you must have understood today's lesson. Next, move on task to do. Do part G till L of exercise number 4 from book page number 27 on mathematics notebook. So dear students, I hope you must have understood today's lesson. I will see you in the next lesson. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.